Co nepřerušil, mám pořád 2 hodiny 18, si natáčím.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say? Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia, I've secretly been waiting for this? Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on? Right. I've just got to be myself. Just my normal self. Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
370.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in. Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Co mi dal? Peníze? 14 000 zkušeností.
Ah, the charmer. Welcome back. Drink, chat, or business? All of the above?
Ty vole, já s ní nemůžu kecat. Jede venku a... To je daleko. Ještě se prošel zbytek města, tak. Tady jsem teď byl. Nějaký rezident. Zavřený vrata do prčic. Rezident, tady už ty krásnic. Dveře se můžou otevřít. Dobrý den!
Ooh, you're the new face.
Nell.
Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial Age Mammoths.
Jenom náboje.
Aren't they just? When I get to worrying about the marauders outside, the raptidons chewing at the walls, I just turn my transceiver up to drown it all out. Most of the time it's static on account of the frequency being clogged up, but sometimes it's tossball. So, what can I do for you? Graham's always filling the airwaves with this propaganda, like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch. Here to catch a game?
Můžu s ním
I'm afraid the
tradit,
transmission's still pretty bad. What can I do for you?
Ty vole, já s ním nemůžu ani tradit. Co pak? Tady se má. Sedu, tak. Zavření dveře. Dobrý den. Nikdo není, jo. Pojďte dovnitř, kurňa. Seber, co můžeš, jo. Všechno. A tady jsem teď byl, tak nic. A kde jsem si zlomil nohu kvůli tomu? Kam jdete? Je to náměstí, ne, ještě tady není. What?
I think I'm gonna be sick. I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me,
Je tam
I
tělo.
need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Budu tam později. Tady prohlídnu bar nejdřív. Prezident.
Good day to you.
Pane kuchař.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
Jumpsuit?
Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves. Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rats spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool for staying.
Tak.
That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain. What? No, Captain, I don't want you to do it this way.
It's all right, miss. I'm a coward at heart. Made that clear from the outset. Look, Captain, this is the best I can do without putting myself out of business. I'm mighty glad you reckon so. This is gonna take about an hour in the oven. Nothing I can do to speed it. That's just how cooking works. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to help such a charming young lady. You're a gentle soul, miss. Be careful with this one, all right? He's kind of a brute.
Oh, gosh. My tongue's rumbling just smelling that casserole.
Dobrý dál. Se můžu taky dát. To bude všechno ve městě, aspoň si myslím. Tak, jdeme. Pojďte, hodem rychle, než čas je to někdo čapne, vole. Nějaký vedlejšák taky.
Oh, sorry. Just spooked
Fuj, co solek. Si masku. Než se zbudí, tak ji okradu. Ještě okradu ze spánku, nebo?
Whatever you do, don't mention tossball to Isaac.
Ššš. Někdo ještě je. Ticho, pojď. Pojďte dovnitř, kurňa. Co tam stojíš ve dveřích? Se zbudila. Jo, prohledám ho, ne? Dobrý den.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
Co tady schováváte po ní?
Jumpy? Who's Jumpy? I'm not Jumpy.
Jumpy? Ty jsi Jumpy? Chceš osopisti, vole. Tak. Katrina. Děláme tady ten quest, tady ten vedlejšák pro tu kolegyni.
I need your help. I can pay. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak. Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the man to save your little Tucky. And I was right. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned
Před
him
několika dny šel do divočiny. Se zbláznil.
sulfur pools and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you go and find my boy?
To pomůžeme, ne?
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be
A
safe
řekni mi,
now
kam
if
šel,
someone's able
kurňa,
to
vole.
fetch him home.
Který směrem nebudu hledat po celé planetě, vole.
It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you
Prostě
find
to
any
ví.
of them iconoclast indoctrinating my boy, You punch them in the mouth. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Je to imorální zdrhnout tu mámy. To je všechno, co se teď prošel, všechny baráky, tak. Až kde? Ježišmarja. Kanál něco tady ve městě. Ale ne, chci. To je Scania. Taky venku. To je blízko. Tak. Slim and Shine. Dietní zubní pasta. Takže zhubneš. Zhubnou ti zuby. Jak je daleko? To za potvoráka. To ty vydrží hodně. Už umři. Ještě zbývá ten velký. Ne, kolega umřel. Díky, že se to schytali za mě. Se oklepete a je to v pohodě. Dobrý den. Máte nějaký tady rozervaný dveře. To k vám přišel Obelix a neměli jste jídlo. Taky dveře ještě můžu jít. Zavřeno. Taky. A víš, že to zvládáš s tou kosou, když nemáš náboje. Něco zajímavého. Pěkná čepice, díky. Krucinál, tak to přeskoč. Se uchlastal k smrti. Tak. Všechno. Tak vejdi, ale. Dobrý den. Máte tu tmu. Čiže si vytevkou ty věci, co můžu sebrat. Já bych asi tam nic nenašel. Také přebíjej rychlejc. A to vemu větší kalibr. V pohodě. Já jsem v pohodě. Měli byste se strachovat o sebe, ne? No. Residence, nějaká mrňavá rezidence. Myslím, že tady někdo naživu. Dobrý den.
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
I, for one, welcome a reprieve from our travels. That is, if you'll have us, kind sir.
That's the spirit. Now come in. Make yourselves comfortable. Excellent. You've arrived at just the right time. My wife is putting the finishing touches on dinner. Please, make yourself at home until it's ready.
Oh, hello there. You come for dinner?
Přišel jsem na večeři. Myslím, že jo.
That's nice. We had someone else over a week ago or yesterday. I forget.
V pohodě.
It just gets hard to remember things. I recall moments, feelings, but the details slip.
I felt like that after my dad passed. Walked around in a haze for weeks. I'm sorry you're feeling that way too.
Other times it's like there's fog. Sorry, have we talked about this before? That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat. Mama said dinner's almost ready, huh?
You must be famished. So are we, my friend, but one can't rush a fine meal. Is it sticking again? I'm afraid nothing out here works the way it used to. There's a bit of a trick to jimmying it open. I'll see to it once we've finished dinner. I do appreciate your patience. I'd hate to serve company with anything but the best, though.
Tak se můžete posadit. Dobrý den, paní Marto. Marto, matko. Já si tady koupnu jaké do patra. Martr.
Oh, hi there. Did you come to bring us more of those rocket candies?
Candles.
That's wonderful. There was this other man who used to bring them. Not anymore, though. Mama and Papa said he came from the city. When we got sick one time, he brought those candies to make us well again. And they worked. Now we feel better than ever. Mama says they're a gift from the Eternal. He said they were making us sick? Mom and Papa got real mad at him for that. They went to have a talk with him. Afterwards, they said he wasn't coming back again. Okay. Maybe I'll see you at dinner.
We wouldn't want to intrude.
Takže neotvírejte kurňá zrovna. Tak.
Hey, what are you doing in my room?
V místnosti.
Maybe I'll tell Mama and Papa. Then you'll be sorry. You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you?
Sorry. Tu nic nemají. Oni jsou kanibalové. Uložit. A jdeme se prostřílet ven. Jsem prý z baráku, ha! Kdo mě nezastaví? Oni určitě ne. Tak já se patře. Tak. Alma bude zvědavá, co se mu stalo. Je jí to říct. Nebo ne. Pokračujeme dál. Chceme teda si, že to bude tamhle, ne? Někde. Nevadí, tam doběhnu. Kurci. Už moc nábojů nemám. Dobrý. Všichni jsou OK. Úplně všichni. To ještě jeden voják, kam spadnul. Se rozpustil zase, ty vole. To jako mám hledat. Nějaké baráky, tak si to prohledáme, když jsem tady. Zubní pasta, ani nikdo jiný. Všechny jsou úplně celý, tyjo. Co to tady je? Máma jej. V pohodě? Jsem nějaký přitížen. Dobrý, už můžu běžet. Co to udělalo? To vede. Více baráků. Jsem přetížený. Tak. Co rozeberem? Venku byl automat, viď? Nebo nebyl. Nebo někde jinde do prčic, tak nic. Všechno level 10 a níž to prodám. To rozeberu. Leadership skill. Tak, něco málo. Co rozebral? Je tu junk. Ty vole, taky může něco níst, viď? Ale jaký to mám tam nadspat? Sviňáci neotevřou. Nebyl automat, viď? Kde byl ten automat, kurňa? To je silnutý, tak nic. Díra. A tady je. Získal jsem 10 000 bitů od vendora. Co dělá? Se tam nedostalo, tak nic, no. Tak jenom jde sem. Jdem dál. Robot. Tak to vydrží víc. Jako střílej. A? Moje se nerozpustilo, tak ho najdu. Tak, další skilly. Na 50. perk mám dokonce. A nevím, do čeho to dám. Tam nějaký stan. Kempeři, vole. Nic jim tu nezbyde. Dobrý.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting we're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it. Why, we're the only free people in Halcyon. No corporations, no shackles, no problems. Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them as they come. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep. Oh, sure. Graham's our founder. He taught us how to cut our own path in the wilderness. And I guess some folk have started following Zora's orders. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them. Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal truth. I'm glad you're asking, by the way. I hope you'll consider staying. She's been with us since the beginning. I think she was our sawbones back then, but now she's more like our commander. She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets them to come here. And she keeps us from being chewed on and whatnot. She's liable to take your head off if you screw up, but then she'll sew it back on for you. Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the triage clinic next door. Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago. Shoot, I wish I had a pamphlet to give you. It's all in there. I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. He calls it a spiritual metaphor, something about rising from the ashes. The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
Ricardo, juice. Supplies. Dobrý den, pane dělo.
This armor itches something awful.
Broxne. Bronzne. Tak, co máš tady na... Já se uhnali náboje. Co to je? 15 stáců. Což je 5. To je lidí, člověka, že už hned uvidí, jo.
Carry on.
Carry on. Sviňák už je čeká na mě. Jsem ti opravdu terminál, buď rád.
Spacer's choice. It ain't the right choice, it's Spacer's choice. Mi nepodívkuje, že jsem mu zachránil baráku. Revolutioner. Oh. What do you think you're doing?
Co myslíš?
All right, get out of here.
A to je nemocnice. Oni nejdou okrást. Takže tu máte bar, co? Vinej sklípek, jo, tak vy takhle. A je tu mariáš.
Yeah, we felled it, mine. We lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
Total failure then. So much for the ruins.
What? Sorry. Long day. Nice day, huh?
A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a teacher, I am one.
Tady kněz potřebuje něco přeložit.
To the iconoclasts. The truth that I have come to learn and embrace since shedding the corporate yoke. Out here, we survive by the sheer strength of our spirit. We have no need for the endless rules and red tape of a corporate structure.
We do seem to burn through endless ammunition and medical tape, though.
Yes, well, such is life. Our descendants will enjoy safety and luxury, but our generation is the foundation on which that future is built. Now, why have you come?
Proč jsem přišel?
Awakening is available to all whose minds are ready to accept it. What would you like to know?
I would like to know what you think Bakonu meant when he wrote, "Your work is to discover the truth, and then with all your heart, give yourself to it."
Ah, how refreshing to have a scholar among us. Bakonu's text simply refers to our entire purpose, assisting the universe in realizing its own truth. Let it guide us as it will.
It refers to giving oneself over to the plan. It is not some paean to an invisible creator in the sky.
Were there a truth to the grand plan in the first place, I and Bakonu might agree. But what we see as divine purpose is just one facet of the universe figuring itself out. To quote, "As a child looking at the leg of an elephant, unable to view it whole, we mistake the tiny scope of our understanding as the unfathomably large purpose of the universe."
You're not completely full of shit, I'll give you that. Even if you do twist things beyond recognition to suit your own beliefs.
Were my teachings beyond recognition, I dare say I wouldn't have a small army of followers who understand and believe.
I owe you an apology. I expected you to be a complete idiot. I'd say you're actually more in the 25% idiocy range.
Likewise. Now, I'm sorry. What was it you were asking? Ah, the eternal. We are all part of the consciousness of the cosmos. Each of us plays a tiny role in the universe's continual journey toward understanding itself. You and I, and the rats and the mantis swarms. Divinity is in us all, and the eternal is that divinity. Everyone, regardless of ability to believe, is another facet of the universe contemplating its own existence.
Ability to believe? I think you mean inability to tell fantasy from truth, which rules out any knowledgeable scientician.
Let us be clear. Neither of us can lay claim to being knowledgeable on this topic. It is a matter of belief. It is not as if OSI has gone and proven anything. Regardless, what were you saying? The point of no return. When your mind fully opens to the eternal truth. Every philosophist experiences it along the path to enlightenment. For many, it is the first brush with the cold of death, when they realize that all of their lives have boiled down into the single truth of that moment. Mine was witnessing my friend and colleague transform into the very evil we sought to combat. Now he runs MSI, just like the overlords before him. Their leashes may be longer, but their collars are just as tight. Not in the sense of a single entity, fashioning the universe as a whittler fashions a flute. The universe came into being over time, organically, naturally, and without purpose. In that sense, I suppose you could say that, in the interest of finding its purpose, the universe itself created all living things.
The universe doesn't need to find its purpose. It is a mathematically perfect equation that gives mankind purpose.
That we'd consider ourselves in any way capable of understanding the universe, much less an equation that drives it, is nothing but hubris. All right. I'm sorry. As long as it's been, I'd still rather not speak of it. That was a painful day for us all. All people are part of the philosophist family. I've come to accept that, along with the additional weight of their deaths. The iconoclasts are free folk. We live under our rules, motivated by our own beliefs, all petals on the same flower of enlightenment. Meanwhile, the board strangles the will of its workers. It is the penultimate exercise of a poisoned society where people are enslaved by a corporate ladder. We seek to replace their way of life with ours. Philosophism is the key to unlocking their shackles. This is not anarchy. Society requires structure, Captain. It is just that the board's structure is killing the colony. Ours will not. Why have you come?
Proč jsem přišel?
A great many things, in fact.
We could always use a hand rounding up supplies.
Or... Now here's an idea. There's an old printing press I've been trying to get up and running. Oh yes, many facilities lie abandoned in the wilderness. I believe the press could be operational again with a little elbow grease and luck.
Sounds to me like a nifty little challenge.
Such enthusiasm, yes. I agree wholeheartedly. Our own little fixer-upper. Will you aid us in our cause? Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it some time ago. Huxley should have delivered them yesterday. Speaking of which, where is Huxley?
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Wait, where is Huxley?
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead. One of our sympathizers, a woman named Carlotta, periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay's store. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly, though the goods now come at a considerable markup. She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road north. Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the last shipment. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials. Yes, not just magazines, but their precious dramas.
Unbelievable. I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying, I don't know, food and medicine? Graham, if you need me, I'll be in triage.
Vedlej šáček. Proklikám. Ještě něco ukradnu, ne? Moje teď. Jo, tu není. Vůbec nic. Vůbec nic. Jezo, nechceš vidět? Ne, fakt ne. Tak já radši jdu. Čus. Kuj se jde ven. Co nabízíte, paní?
As you were. Move along. I don't have time for this.
Já chci pivo.
Hey, I don't have time for this.
Nemáš čas mi dát pivo? Nemáš. Teď nic nedostej zaplaceno. Tak. Ještě se s někým měl mluvit nahoře. On se asi přemístil. Mezitím, když se tady oběhcou vesnici. Dobrý den. Vy něco prodáte?
Get a whiff of that.
Takový se prodá. Co pak tady máte? Jaký je recept? Se solek. Myslíš, že je neprásný, že tady odemknu? Kluci na debilové, vole, tak pojďte dovnitř. Tak. Takhle by mě odhalili, hajzlové. Všechno.
Looks like I'm not the only new face around here.
Máš nějaké vedlejšák? Jsem ten od vedle.
Welcome to Amber Heights, Captain. Call me Tucker. You here to join the iconoclasts? Help us free this world? Yeah, to Amber Heights anyway. Only got here a few weeks ago. Was living in Stellar Bay before then. But I can't tell you how great it is to finally be free of them walls. Why, from the yoke of corporate tyranny. That's what all us iconoclasts strive for. With Graham at the helm.
Tak teď bydlíš v getu, no, tak chci si pomoct asi.
That MSI tries to sell in Stellar Bay. True escape from all rules and constraints. You want to know more? Listen to Graham's broadcasts. He's been talking up a storm, working to elevate the minds of all the corporate drones in this colony, getting them to rise up. See, that's what the corps want you to think. If you think rules are needed, they can force any and all they want down your throat, and you'll just swallow it. You need to talk to Graham. He'll help you find the truth amongst the lies that are living in your brain. I am not a little boy. Haven't been one for decades, no matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me. I'd hope she'd accept my decision.
Když říkal, že ten malý kluk.
Stepping foot outside of the house in broad daylight is too dangerous. My entire life she crammed a fear of danger down my throat. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. Marauders can violate you. You'd fall in a sulfur pool. I stuck around way too long, ruled by her fears. I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you. Ta hysterická ženská je poslala pro malýho kluka, ať ho najdu. Nebo to je chlap, nějaký 42 letý, jo. She doesn't want to see me as anything other than her baby boy. Why would I go back again? What'll be different this time? You're right. I can do this. I just need to stand my ground and make her see she can't control me anymore. No one can.
No, vrátí se domů, no. Aby přesvědčil svoji mámu, aby odešla. To všechno hacknu. Mám všechno, tak. Všechno vím. Nevím, čemu mi to bude, ale mám to. Asi všechno v té vesnici. Tak. Se dá programu. Kde to je? Tam jsem byl, ale... Se aspoň portu nemusím tam běžet.
Excuse me, but this area is off limits.
Jak to, když jsem tam byl před chvílí?
It ain't safe. That's my nice way of telling you to saw it off.
Což abych tě praštil.
And I'm just gonna let you walk on in? Why's that now? Hell, I ain't gonna pass up free bits. Make it painful.
A vidíš, že jsi mě pustil. A je to, že najednou se tady lidi. Skript jeden debilní. Když se tady byl, tak tady nikdo nebyl. Kdo jsem? Ten odvedle. Ty poznáváš mě? Já jsem ten odvedle. Dobrý den, Carloto.
I don't know how you got those goons to leave, but thank you. Graham ordered rollers and whatsits, right? For a printing press? Here.
To má nabarvený.
Like I said, this is my last run.
Optional. Nějaký supply, co ti mám dostat?
Law help them. I don't know. Maybe Sublight can lend a hand. I should go. Look, Graham's got a bit or two left in his account. I can send one last dropout before I wash my hands of this. What do you want delivered?
Tohle.
Yeah, I've got a few. I'll send them along. Give them all my regards. And good luck out there. Don't go getting eaten.
Jsem sám bych byl sněden. Ode mě nikdo nic neukousne. Díky. Jídlo, to si můžeš nechat. Karty, když potřebuju. Je otočák, kde je vůbec? Trošičku ji vykradu. Jsem už tady. Kam vůbec šla? No, nešla úplně, dobrý. Můžu tam vlízt? Tak. Všechno, co jsem mohl pobrat. Já chci tam do garáže. Tak nic, no. Tak jdem zpátky za tím. Třeba mnou dá nějakou 1000.
When you've got a moment, I'd like to talk to you about something.
I'm telling you, the Van Noys are fine.
Bullshit, Graham. They don't just abandon orders, and they weren't at the ruins. Where in this sulfur-sodden hellhole did you send them?
They're on a very important... Ah, we'll continue this later. Welcome back, Captain.
Čeho jsme mluvili?
You needn't concern yourself with trifling logistics.
Ano, musím o tom vědět
Trifling
všechno.
logistics. They're our best unit, and now they're missing in action.
And we'll continue that discussion later.
Damn it. I was hoping you'd have more sense than our venerable leader here. I get the message is important, but so's eating.
Jsem kapitán, tak
Carlotta
jo.
usually schedules the next drop during the meeting. When's she coming?
That is most unfortunate. This cuts off one of our only 2 supply lines on Monarch. Sanjar, old friend, you're about to cross a dangerous line.
About to? That idiot just declared war.
We will deal with his subversion later. For now, we must redouble our efforts to spread the truth to the colony. I've already sent a team ahead to scout the press. One of our best. Meet them there and find out if they've been successful.
Oprav tiskárnu.
You sent the Van Noys there, didn't you? Oh, for fuck's sake, Graham! We needed them in the ruins. Our people died out there.
They went willing to fight for our cause. We need reinforcements. We need new recruits. The Van Noys saw the printing facility with the same importance as I.
Is a printing press really worth all these people's lives? There's gotta be a better way to get your message out.
I have the utmost confidence in their abilities. Friends, we must have faith that the men and women we recruit can handle the duties for which we recruit them. Exactly. I'm glad you see the truth of the matter, Captain.
I'm sure the dead understand, right? Look, just... if the Van Noys are still alive, get them out of there. With Sanjar pressing the issue like this, I have a feeling we'll need them.
Retrieve Zero Team. A ten kde zas? Ježišmarja, teď někde daleko. Já jdu na jich. Tohle kde? Teď jsem tam byl. Ne, nechci tam. Katrina. Tam jdu. Je takových questů. Nevíš, co dělat dřív. Mapa vypadá velká, ale není. To je jenom pár metrů. No, doběhneš za pěšky v pohodě. Občas musíš rozstřelit nějaký bandity a... nebo nějaký zvířata. To na mě plive furt. Já ho nevidím. Vlastně neporadíte vůbec. Proč stojíš ale v kyselině, debile, vole? Jseš debil? Auč! Jsem si zlomil nohu z 1 metru. Tady jsou nějaký zásoby, ale nějaký lupič. Jak si ten nožík někde tam pase. Nožista. Auč! Nepojde střílí. Ještě by se trefil taky. vystřelovač ani se trefil. Já jsem hned vedle tebe, jo. Daj inteligence, tyjo. Kudy mám jít? Jako cesto? Asi jedno, se tam je nějaký most.
Trouble checking in? Or you might
Kouříte
need
tu?
directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a
Jako
replacement key
Mariánku.
costs 50 bits.
Amentis. Je to sem?
Guess it's true. Fallbrook really is the best kept secret in all of Monarch, excepting the Borst Factory's secret ingredient. We're a leisurely stopover for the more adventurous
Když je to
spacefaring
tajný, tak
traveler.
bys neměl říkat, že to je tajný, jo.
Swell. We like quick on the draw types like you. Saloon is straight back and to the right. Once you're feeling sated, you're welcome to a private cabin. Only $250 a night. Ms. Malin can let you one if you're interested. She's the one who runs this racket. I am here to anticipate and facilitate your needs, patron. You're looking for Ms. Malin.
Malina, paní Malina.
That sounds ominous. Yeah. Ms. Malin won't like that a whit. She's not but just down the way. A 10 to 1 says she's either pouring drinks or skinning a sprat in the saloon.
Reputace se zvýšila.
Ms. Malin don't take kindly to interlopers. When I said sprat,
Nemá ničemu mluví ta reputace. Je mít nižší slevu, větší slevu.
Day trippers are always welcome in our saloon. Straight back and to the right. If you hit the falls, you've gone too far. Check in with Ms. Malin. She'll set you straight.
Ano, jdu za tu paní Malinou. Kde pak je? Jsou 3 baráky, tak jedný z nich snad bude, ne?
Take a gander at that mug. I ain't ever seen someone so adept looking my whole.
Nelzo majonéza.
That's awfully kind of you, mister.
Oh, now, come on. All I mean is, well, rather that, you don't seem like the usual pigeons we pluck. No offense, of course, if you are a Byzantium gold-blood. Say, I'd like to do you a favor. Might I interest you in a surefire scheme? Wink, wink. I certainly hope you're not insinuating the problem is me. I mean, that would be preposterous. I never do anything under the table. That,
ten autovoluce je spíš okecaj, než aby tam byla nějaká akce velká. Tak tam stříš nějaký ty bandity, zvířata. A 70% tam je nějaký kecání.
Pure and simple, it's like this. I run our drug delivery service. Recently, I had the genius idea to cut costs in half by swapping our autoloaders with faster, cheaper sprats.
No, to nejde proskipovat, no.
Too right you are. Only problem is my sprat carriers ain't arrived from their latest run. As I was saying, you look more capable than most of the hoople heads around these parts. What say you locate him and retrieve the goods for me? In return, I'll cut you 5% of the profit.
Ani ne, ani bych to nechtěl.
Was that sarcasm? I'm going to assume it was not. If it's sarcasm, you gotta show it somehow, like with a wink. My sprat carriers scurry back and forth through the shipping tunnels. Any trail ought to start there.
To je vedlejšáku zas.
I'll be here.
What? Tak. Employer. Tak. Pojďte dovnitř. Pane, oba. Tak. Můžu zavřít. To se tady nemá. To všechno. Jsi strážnej. Další strážnej. Drží celý, nevím, čemu jsou. Dobrý den. Dobrý! Pane, teda paní. Nemáte tu něco pěkného, já si to uložím, kdybyste mě náhodou chtěl chytit pod krtkem. On tady má manžela. Vůbec nic. Ale kde se tu vzal? On tady byl celou dobu opřenej. Já jsem vůbec neviděl.
Only thing worse than the swill they're selling is the service.
No nic. Tak já vás nechám tady nerušeně chillovat. Je baseballka. Myslíš, že za mnou někdo přiběhne? Jsem trenář, že mě přijde zabít. Krucinál! Kompaniony! Můžu čekat venku, ty vole? Jak mě uvidíte robota, zabije mě hned. Všechno. Je chudý kraj. Myslíš, že mě nezabije, když to hacknu?
What do you think you're doing?
Tady.
Suspicion levels reset.
Dám ti peníze, aby se díval někam jinam. Tak. Podplatil jsem robota. Já jsem čekal, že to půjde, viď? A prohledává kabiny, aniž bych chtěl. Dobrý den. Promiňte, já si vlezu tam do soukromního. Robot si nějaký nestěžoval. Řekl, nemáš peníze, radši. Potřeba bych peníze na cigára. Může něco prodat? To je takových věcí. Jo, nějaký junk. Dobrý den, pane agente, paní agentko.
Halcyon's premier provider of life and disaster-related insurance. I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity, or dullness of mind.
Dullness?
Some people, but no one in this office, I assure you, might call it stupidity.
Obviously too common an ailment for insurance to cover.
So, what kind of insurance package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies. Buy one, get one half off.
Dobrý, ne? koupě na dostatečně polovičku navíc.
We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium. Legally speaking, corporations are not allowed to operate on Monarch, but financially speaking, there are certain costs to running a business from within Byzantium's walls. So while our official address is in the city, and while our office here is technically an extension of that address, we found it more expedient to conduct our key operations here. So we can... what's the phrase? Pass savings to the consumer, of course. Oh, it's certainly not about what I say. That's all down to our legal team and our CFO. Plenty. As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation and an exclusion for every policy. We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous marriages. Those are mostly for top-rungers in Byzantium who have a lot of social and financial capital wrapped up in their marriage contracts. There's one for your beloved eloping with your sibling, your beloved eloping with their sibling, scandalous rumors forcing you apart, the revelation of a secret love child. We try to cover every possible hazard to domestic bliss. That policy is almost exclusively for our corporate clientele. In the unlikely event they make a claim about a product that turns out to be less than accurate, they need some kind of protection against the damage to their sales and reputation. Usually character actors, or corporate execs with menacing stares. One thing's for sure, you won't find better policy protection against sudden lunar implosions anywhere in Halcyon.
Tak já jdu. Dobrý den, co tady máte pěknýho? Další obchodník.
My dry goods come 75% guaranteed mold free. Was that 75% mold free? No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
Tak si něco koupím. Třeba náboje. Ty mají všichni po 50. Jaký trička ty si nech. Dobrý den.
No refunds, no exchanges, no returns.
Dva obchodníci v jednom domě.
If you bloody it, you buy it. Store policy.
Nebo tady tam vyřizuje reklamace. A ona má taky, ona má 100, ale. Zbrojní mistryně, jo. Takový věci, co všechno můžu někde najít. Počkej, ještě tady je ten vendor. Tady taky mohou být náboje. Všechno utratím za náboje. Dobrý.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Can you not see I'm walking here? Physically, you mean? In my mind, I have traveled galaxies. Well, it is of no consequence, I assure you. I shall embark shortly with my legs. I'm not entirely decided. If I'm being honest, I think I'd fancy a visit to Tartarus, so long as it's under the shield of my fantastical imagination.
Slyšenou imaginace, přesně tak. Neohlížej se, já mezi tím tady něco to prohledám. Je to taková kontrola inspekce. Jestli nejsou nějaké prošlý věci. A vypadá to, že to je v pohodě. Tady máte za reklamu. Dobrý den. Dobrý pane patron. Paní patroníně, patronská. Další patron. Niles.
Hey, if it ain't the cleaner, how'd the disposal go? Was it messy? I hope it was messy. Hey, if it ain't the cleaner.
Dokáže, ty on dokáže mluvit, i když pije.
I hope it was messy.
To je chlap.
How'd the disposal go? Was it messy? I hope it was messy.
Že mu tu teče po bradě.
How'd the disposal go? Was it messy? I hope it was messy.
To se otírá hubu. Pan
You don't look
Alexander.
like a smuggler nor a dandy. Catherine send you back here? On second thought, it's best if I don't know. What's your order?
To je moje nejmilší
No, I don't
vesky.
have any... If it's only a drink you're after, the full bar's upstairs. This here's the ante up, where you place your bets. Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. I ain't picky. And neither is Catherine. We'll both break your legs if you lose, then shirk on paying.
Umění se dál, hajzl. Chtěl jít do baru nahoře. Tady se nějaký bar. Dobrý. Je tady obsluha. Už se tady někdo přebral. Dobrý den,
Folks I
paní.
never met before are my most favorite kind.
Máte whisky?
So, what's your story?
Chci whisky, kurňa.
Your eyes do not deceive you. This bar serves the sweetest firewater in all of Fallbrook. I got some
Ohnivá
snacks on
voda.
offer too from time to
Nejsladší
time.
ohnivá voda. Hledám
Who
práci.
ain't these days? Everything runs through Ms. Malin here, so you might start
Kde
with
je
her.
Malinová? Já ji někde najdu.
Let me just stop you right there,
Někde
stranger.
v keři.
My question, it's not one I really want an answer to. Not unless it accompanies some extra bits. Understand?
No.
More than you can afford at this time.
Co bude za pálenky? Nějakou fialovou. Vodku. Pivo. A ležák. Počkej, to je vůbec pivo. Snižuje charisma. Tak se tady to všechno snižuje. Nemá tu něco pěkného, nic. Prázdnou krabici, jo. Už jsem trošičku slepej, tak. Pořádně je ten korbel, ne? Ozdobený. Můžu za bar? Máte vůbec pípu? Z čeho točíte vůbec? Tady nemáte ani sud? Jsou flašky. Citronový slep. Vizitínu. Nemáš náboje? Počkej, tady byla ta ženská, se kterou musím mluvit. Malinová.
Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook.
Eek.
Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
Sorry to trouble you, Ms. Malin. I understand you're a terribly important figure in these parts. Perhaps you could point me to a man by the name of Reginald Cheney.
That sprat shit better not have brought trouble into my town. He's a long-term renter. Easily replaceable. Check his domicile. Whatever happens, I don't fucking care. Just keep the mess from staining my little nugget of paradise, and we'll be grand.
Já tě poznám, já
I'll
jsem
be
ten
sure to remember
odvedle.
that fella. Wanna tell me what you need? Well, I'm half listening. Funny, you don't look like one of Lilia's. Sure sound the part, though. Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia. Special as in unlawful, delicate, and deadly. As to the something, no, it ain't a person. Not this time. One of my runners uncovered a cache of Alta Vitae gas, left in a lab when the board abandoned Cascadia. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe. Meaning safe for me and my crew, seeing as it ain't us undertaking the risk.
Oh, it's so grass.
Do I look like one of them egghead science types? All I know is that labs use it to create plants and livestock out of local species. But it's a controlled commodity, available only to the board, so it is of high value on the dark market.
Mm-hmm.
I do like your gumption, but let's not be hasty. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders.
Assunto é benzina.
The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through, or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system? I shall leave the details to you. Now, after you clear the mantis nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead.
Load vapors into a liquid propellant tank? I think I know how to do that. No, I can do that. I think. Yes. Mostly? Definitely.
Jak to teda?
Did I
Rozhodni se
mention the
ženská.
gas is of an extremely volatile nature? Handle it with the utmost of care. Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode Antediluvian on the terminal to get in. But before you make your run, I could use a heavy helping hand regarding a local issue. For a fine fee, of course. Good. This particular matter of opportunity has been eating at me for a while now. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that. Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid son of a bitch who's gonna get it for me. Kill him, run him out. I don't rightly care for the details, so long as Clive knows resistance to me is costly and futile. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut, or his production lines ought to make do. Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery. It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the dry goods and sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't be.
There's something weighing on my mind. I've been mulling over everything with Graham and the Iconoclasts. Upon further reflection, Graham's not as much of an idiot as I thought he'd be. But in other ways, he's worse. I'd urge you to be careful in future dealings with him, Captain. He's an unhinged zealot who lacks awareness of the consequences of his choices. I wouldn't trust him to lead a crew, let alone a town-wide cult. How so? Zora is militant, unbending, and ruthless for sure. I'd be hesitant to oppose her. But she gets results, and she doesn't suppress intelligent discourse. Sanjar may be a corporate shill, but he's safe. He doesn't have it in him to hurt anyone. I can't believe you'd support Graham's riotous anarchism as Monarch's solution. But I trust you know what you are doing. So we'll leave it at that.
To nevím. Kde mám tu druhou?
Where are we headed? He seems like a nice boy to me. I'm glad you gave him a shot. Because we've never ended up in a fight? I mean, sure, he's a bit rough around the edges. I bet he just needs somebody to show him a better path. You might surprise yourself.
Tak.
Yes, you
Ne, já s tím nechci kecat.
Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
Jsem chtěl kouknout. Tady máme takových věcí. Počkej, to je... Ne. To je kde? To je tady v lokaci, dobrý.
Go away! Now is not a good time. Come back later. Or better yet, not at all. Come back later. Or better yet, now is not...
Jo, třeba bych se stal nebojovala.
Fancier.
Can I help you? Don't think we've spoken before. I would remember. You look, well, I wouldn't forget what you're wearing, no. Most of the freshies spend their first night in the saloon. Fresh to Fallbrook, I mean. Me? I've been here going on 3 days now. I'm real friendly. Figure I've talked up everyone in town by now. But not you yet. Every day I've been here has been my lucky day. Never won so much in my whole life. Aside from a close call during my wilderness hike, it's been a grand adventure. I'm dreadful blessed that Captain Criley hired me onto the crew. Ah, you wouldn't have heard of them. They're just a small pot of smugglers. Kept getting their spoils stolen when they went to fence them. So they hired on a merc. They didn't mind my being so talkative, or them being my first protection gig. Captain Criley, he does ask me to shut it sometimes. In fact, I probably shouldn't be flapping my gums about his crew at all. Well, Captain Criley wanted to take a pit stop. I'm the hired security, see? They pay me to guard the cargo, but right now the hull's empty. It's my first shore leave with the crew, and my maiden voyage before that. I can tell you it's been a real hoot. Captain warned us to take care around Devil's Peak. The bigger beasties tend to roam the slopes there. Mid-morning, I thought I'd try Fallbrook's self-guided wilderness hike, the one that leads up around the mountain. Safe enough, else they wouldn't advertise, right? Wrong. Scarcely made it back in one piece. You can say that again. Wilderness almost got me pushing up daisies. If I wasn't so fleet-footed, I never would have escaped them raptidons, then marauders, and that manta queen alive. To outrun him, I had to ditch my bag. All the bit cards from my winnings were weighing it down. A shame, because it was my favorite gun tote. Look for the horns and you can't miss it. Even I saw them when we flew overhead. Massive curved stone peaks, if you want to get technical. They're part of the mountain terrain. Right then. Very well. Then I'd like to answer it. If I can, that is. Right then. Very well.
Káru. Asi budu končit, no. Jsem docela unavený. Jo, ale tady. Koruna, vole. Tady to okradou budu končit. Tak pojďte dovnitř, kurňa, vole. Co tady nebylo zas? Základnička. Takových flash jako. To je o 65. Ty jo, takových těch modifikací, který vůbec používám. Buy a junk. Tak, už jdu končit stream. Díky, že jsi se díváš do konce záznamu live a zatím čus.